Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluwa Just Talk It. Please do it to subscribe, like, share, and of course, please turn on the post notification bell so you get to be notified every time I drop a video. Yeah, today we'll be looking at the top 10 transfer flop in the English Premier League. At number 10, we have Raheem Sterling. Yeah, Raheem Sterling, who was signed from Man City to Chelsea. He did a whole lot in Manchester City, but he came to Chelsea and it was like they quenched everything down. Man, like he was struggling to beat a defender one-on-one. Even he was able to score a couple of goals, but based on his previous performance compared to last season, like, no, that was not the Sterling we know. So that's why he is in the 10th place position as far flop in the English Premier League 2023. And at number 9 is Gianluca Scamacca. Yeah, this guy came into the English Premier League and everybody were expecting fire from him. The West Ham signed him to come help their goal scoring problem, and this guy came and he could only manage 3 goals. Wow, like, because of the poor performance, that's why he's rated at number 9 heaviest transfer flop in the English Premier League 2023 season. And at number 8 is another West Ham player who came all the way from Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, perhaps this could be that it's EPL, and EPL is not like every other league. Thilo Kehrer from PSG in the Premier League, West Ham United, and he could not do anything. Like, he was quenched down and he had most of his time on the bench because he could not perform, and that's why he's occupying the 8th place position in the transfer flop of the English Premier League season 2023. And at number 7 is African Cup of Nations winner Claudio Koulibaly. Wow, this guy was a giant. He was a war in Napoli in the Italian Serie A until he came to Chelsea, and everybody were expecting that this guy will replicate what he was doing in Serie A, what he did in the African Cup of Nations. But no, Koulibaly went low. Like, I think the whole thing is just centered on the English Premier League. English Premier League is not like every other league. You would think you are hot until you come to that place, and then you see that the attackers will just humble you in a bit. So they humbled the Senegalese international Claudio Koulibaly. That's why he is occupying the 7th place position in the transfer flop of the season. And at number 6 is Marc Cucurella. Cucurella was doing so well at Brighton until Chelsea signed him. I mean, this guy was so well that even Man City were clamoring to get this guy, but Chelsea snatched him from Manchester City and he came to Chelsea, and then all his errors became very, very obvious. He could not go front, he was only going back. And that was how Chelsea also started going back. Chelsea fans became so angry every time they see Cucurella on the list of players to play because of how his game was so poor, and that's why he's occupying the 6th place position in the transfer flop of the season 2023. And at number 5 is another Chelsea player, Emerick Aubameyang. Yeah, many will say maybe Aubameyang did not have enough playing time, that's why it's like that. But the truth is, if he was doing so well in the training ground, he might have had playing time. So he didn't have any playing time at all, and he was not able to play, and so most of his game were on the bench, and that's why he is in the transfer flop of the season. And at number 4 is Philippe Coutinho. This guy, Philippe Coutinho, this is currently the most expensive player Barca has ever signed. He went to Barca, he could not do well. They loaned him to Bayern Munich, he did so well. Came back to Barca, he could not do well. So Aston Villa signed him, and oh my god, he started so well, but perhaps injury. Many were expecting that he would do it because he used to be in the English Premier League. He was a former Liverpool player, and so like the EPL is not a new thing for him. This is something that he's already used to, but no, Coutinho could not cope. Coutinho could not. Maybe maybe Aston Villa's playing pattern could not match or fit into his own style. Nobody knows, but what we can tell you now is that he is in the number 5 place in the heavy flop of the English Premier League 2023 season. Number 3 is Jed Spence. Yeah, Jed Spence did so well in Nottingham Forest, where he was loaned from Tottenham, and then Tottenham were like, we should take our player back, and this guy came, and this guy became a disaster. Oh my god, like, he could not help not paying. Like, everything he was doing was all error, and so the errors he was consistently making, he had to stay on the bench, and that's why he is in the transfer flop of the season. And at number 3 is Modric. Yeah, Modric, Chelsea player, another Chelsea player. This guy was signed from Donetsk. He was a top player there. He came into Chelsea, and oh my god, perhaps maybe it's because Kukulela was behind him, and Kukulela was always never going front. He was always going back, and he frustrated this guy's game, and this guy could not get an assist or a goal throughout his playing time in Chelsea. Throughout last season, he didn't have a goal, he didn't have an assist, and that's why he's occupying the third place position in the heavy transfer flop of the season 2023 English Premier League. And at number 2 is Kevin Phillips. Many will not agree to this though. He was doing so well in Leeds United until he went to Manchester City, the reigning champions. He went to Man City, and then he could not bench any of the midfielders in that place. So he had almost all his game on the bench, coupled with the fact that he was always going to injury. Many could say that it was injury that made his game to be poor. I think the compilation of his game in Manchester City will not be up to 60 minutes. Yes, it is that bad, and that's why he's occupying the second place position in the heavy transfer flop of the English Premier League 2023 season. And at number 1, Brazilian wonder kid, Richarlison. Yeah, Richarlison came all the way from Everton to Tottenham, and oh my god, people were expecting so much from this guy, but this Brazilian wonder kid flopped. He came, and many were expecting that the combination of him, Son, and Harry Kane would be something exciting to watch, but it never turned out that way, as the player could not even manage a single goal in English Premier League. Yeah, he didn't score any goal for Tottenham in English Premier League throughout his stay in the season, and that's why he's topping the number 1 spot in the heavy transfer flop in EPL 2023. That will be that for now. Please do well to subscribe, like, and of course share this video with your friends. Please also turn on the post notification bell so you get to be notified every time I drop a video. Until I come your way next time, I remain your very host Oluwa. Just talk it.